William Stoner entered the University of Missouri as a freshman in the year 1910 at the age of 19. 8 years later, during the height of World War I, he received his Doctor of Philosophy degree and accepted an instructorship at the same university where he taught until his death in 1956. He did not rise above the rank of assistant professor, and few students remembered him with any sharpness after they had taken his courses. When he died, his colleagues made a memorial contribution of a medieval manuscript to the university library. This manuscript may still be found in the rare books collection bearing the inscription presented to the library of the University of Missouri in memory of William Stoner, Department of English, by his colleagues. An occasional student who comes upon the name may wonder idly who William Stoner was, but he seldom pursues his curiosity beyond a casual question. Stoner's colleagues, who held him in no particular esteem when he was alive, speak of him rarely now. To the older ones, his name is a reminder of the end that awaits them all, and to the younger ones, it is merely a sound which evokes no sense of the past and no identity with which they can associate themselves or their careers. That was an excerpt from the first page of Stoner by John Williams, which is the book we'll be discussing today. A quick preface to the review. By definition, there will be spoilers in this review, but I will still encourage those who haven't read the book to stick around because, like all great books, this book can't be spoiled by a simple reveal of a point in the plot. The real enjoyment and value from this book comes from experiencing it and reading it for yourself. So as we read, John Williams starts the book with a brief but also entire look into the life of William Stoner, from his beginning to his end. And so from the very beginning, we're presented with the whole of William Stoner's life. And our first impression is that William Stoner lived an unfulfilling life and left no legacy or impact behind. This impression sticks with us throughout the entirety of the book and will probably be enlarged and almost affirmed as we see the events that unfold, such as the cold and emotionally volatile relationship with his wife Edith, and the reputation of his career, and the partial strangeness towards his daughter. But I don't think John Williams wanted us to close this book and feel bad for Stoner's sad life, because John Williams didn't think Stoner lived a terribly sad life. I'm going to read an excerpt from the introduction. The author who wrote the introduction, John McGarren, I think I say his name, provides a short excerpt of what John Williams has to say of Stoner. I think he's a real hero. A lot of people who have read the novel think that Stoner had such a sad and bad life. I think he had a very good life. He had a better life than most people do, certainly. He was doing what he wanted to do. He had some feeling for what he was doing. He had some sense of the importance of the job he was doing. He was a witness to values that are important. The important thing in the novel to me is Stoner's sense of a job. Teaching to him is a job in the good and honorable sense of the word. His job gave him a particular kind of identity and made him what he was. It's the love of the thing that's essential. And if you love something, you're going to understand it. And if you understand it, you're going to learn a lot. The lack of that love defines a bad teacher. You never know all the results of what you do. I think it all boils down to what I was trying to get at in Stoner. You've got to keep the faith. The important thing is to keep the tradition going, because the tradition is civilization. Woo! Okay. It's important to remember what the human experience is all about. And I think this book and the story and portrayal of Stoner's life is John Williams enacting and showing us the human experience. Stoner tasted heroism and despair in the same breath, which is what we as humans all long for. We long to feel it all, every aspect of the human life. We want to feel what there is to feel while we're here. And Stoner felt it all. Stoner experienced love with Catherine Driscoll. This is a passage on page 194. In his 43rd year, William Stoner learned what others much younger had learned before him. that the person one loves at first is not the person one loves at last, and that love is not an end, but a process through which one person attempts to know another. And here's another from the next page, 195. In his extreme youth, Stoner had thought of love as an absolute state of being to which, if one were lucky, one might find access. In his maturity, he had decided it was the heaven of a false religion, toward which one ought to gaze with an amused disbelief, a gently familiar contempt, and an embarrassed nostalgia. Now in his middle age, he began to know that it was neither a state of grace nor an illusion. He saw it as a human act of becoming, a condition that was invented and modified moment by moment and day by day, by the will and the intelligence and the heart. Damn. So good. That just gives you a glimpse of John Williams' powerful, masterful writing. Oh man, the line that sticks out to me the most, just real quick, is it was the heaven of a false religion. That's beautiful. Stoner also had a sense of integrity about him when it came to his work, which led to a battle between Lomax and Stoner, which Stoner ends up losing in midway through the book or so. But Stoner never wavers in his decision or choices because he was doing what he thought was right. And then another human feeling that we all long to feel that Stoner surely felt was passion. A consistent theme in this book is Stoner's work ethic. He works hard because he cares about what he does. It's actually one of my main takeaways from this book, that is doing your job with a sense of importance and with love and care and effort. And Stoner had a passion for literature and for teaching literature, and throughout the whole book he tries to convey his passion for literature to his students. But for me, it wasn't the specific passion for literature that was infectious. It was the passion for something Stoner thought was important, something we all need to find and show up to it and bring with it a sense of importance. Though the beautiful part about this book is its complexity. What I mean is every one of the experiences Stoner felt in his life that we just went through, love, integrity, passion, among many more that we're not covering, Stoner also felt the opposites. Sure, I can sit here and say Stoner had a sense of integrity about him, but you can also say the opposite because he had a love affair with Catherine Driscoll. And sure, I can sit here and say that Stoner held the passion and love for literature, but many times throughout the book that passion and love fleets him and a numbness takes its place. Again, I think that makes this book all that much better, its complexity, because it shows us our own complexities and our own contradictions, because we all have them, because we're all human. Of course, I would highly, highly recommend you read this book. So that was my review and our discussion of Stoner by John Williams. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if you have anything to add. I'm open to conversation in the comments. Or you can reach out to me through email or Instagram, or follow me and subscribe to me on Substack, blah, blah, blah. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more reviews like this, let me know. Let me know what books you'd like me to review, and let me know if you like this format in the first place. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what else you want to see from me on this YouTube channel. Book things related, writing things related, whatever. That's really all I got. I'm not sure how long this video will be. Probably not very long, but I really enjoyed making this video and kind of dissecting this book to the best of my ability, because yeah, it's just a lot of fun dissecting books and when I'm reading them, like having that active mind of like with you guys in mind, because I want to be able to explain the book properly and do it justice for you guys, and see if you guys would like to read them too. So yeah, let me know if you like this format, and again, let me know what books you'd like me to review. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I say it all the time, but I really do appreciate you guys. Yeah. Reach out to me on Instagram, or you can email me. I'm going to try and write on Substack more. So yeah, all that will be down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys soon.